Join with me today is Valley Fly, and we're going to talk about this post right here and whether or not this is something going to be realistic or if it's going to keep going down the way that it always called, addressing several issues. We're going to get to the heart of it. Do you really think that this is going to happen right here? While bugs are a reality of video game development, the volume introduced in version 6.4.0 does not meet our standards. In several aspects, we didn't deliver the best possible experience.
Several is being not generous. What is the opposite of generous?
Yeah.
They're minimizing how often they don't deliver the best possible experience.
Boundless Entertainment takes these issues seriously. The team is reviewing internal processes. Haven't they been doing that for a minute now?
Do they really take these seriously?
I don't know. You deserve a world-class experience, and we'll continue to strive for that. So what's happened since this post? What's your take on how this is playing out?
I don't see anything that's changed since this post. There's no compensation for all these issues in my inbox. We still don't have 6.41. We still don't have the find button working, which I think is the biggest issue of this. So this changes nothing. Now, there's some bugs that are described in this that have been fixed, but the major ones, the ones that I want, and the compensation for those bugs still not delivered. And and we still have more bugs since this.
Yeah, so what do you expect for compensation? The team is preparing general compensation to be delivered in the near future. Continue to give us your valuable feedback, right? Enjoy the new Scourge, unlock Red Hulk, and witness the new battlefield effect. Oh my goodness, right? Which you can't really see it, which is how do you even, it's like hardly even visible when it's going off. Oh my God. What's your take on all this?
Well, the battlefield effect, you might not be the witnesses, but you can experience it over and over and over. And it doesn't matter how many, if it's in the same war or not, you could keep using it over and over and over. As far as the compensation though, energy, I want some energy, and not just like 1,000 energy or something. I want the stuff that I could purchase it when I want, so I get to use it over a few days, because this bug has lasted over a week now. So I'd like it to spread extra energy over a week. And actually, the ISO 8 is probably the biggest thing that I've been missing out on, because I don't know where to farm the ISO 8 when I'm on my iOS device. So I'm just going for each node. So I'm wasting a lot of the pieces, the crystals that I actually need. So I'd like some ISO 8. They said Gambit shards. They're going to compensate us for that, and some Mega Orbs. So we'll probably get some Gambit shards and Mega Orbs. I don't know. I think there should be some just giving stuff out to the community for this, because there's so many bugs and they don't seem to change. It doesn't seem to be getting better.
Yeah. And the other thing that kind of annoys me is that they put out this post and then Red Hulk gets released bugged, and it looks like someone said there's a total of 4 bugs on him. I've identified 2 myself, but I haven't seen 4. No one even in the battlefield effect is kind of hard to witness, which is actually they draw attention to it because the way it's just like this little icon that shows up below the character's power level. Whoa. But you can't really see like an animation or anything of the battlefield effect really working correctly. It's hard to tell if the bleeds are even ticking, and then when they do tick, it's kind of very subtle. And then no Kate. My goodness, right? So are they gonna? These are things that they could fix, right?
The Kate should have been the easiest one. The Red Hulk, they could have been playing with Red Hulk for one battle in their QA process and notice, oh, this is not working like we thought. I don't know what is going on. I don't know what their world-class experience definition is, but it's not what my definition of a world-class experience is, because my definition doesn't have all these bugs.
Yeah. And then they said that we're gonna have to wait for version 6.41. You think it's coming sooner than I do? I mean, because the biggest problem I think right now is the find button. What's your take on this find button? I mean, it's just so annoying.
One of the most annoying bugs that's ever been in Marvel Strike Fighters, and there's been a lot of them. But the timing of this, when this was 6.4 was launched, we had that energy spend event. And I wanted to buy more energy and spend a lot of energy just to complete all those milestones, but I didn't, because I don't know where I'm using this stuff. And I'm going through each node to find the characters that I'm farming, like Voodoo. He wasn't where I thought. T'Challa, some of these other characters that are not in the places that I thought they were, because I never paid attention to that. very, very annoying. And this is a hero collector Marvel Scopely. This is a hero collector game. We're supposed to be collecting these heroes and adding to their roster, and this makes it very difficult to even play like the base part of the game, which is collecting the heroes and their gear and all the resources to level them up and build them.
Yeah, the problem I have with this bug is I think it compounds the issues that are existing in the game. You know, like a lot of people talk about this game being expensive to play, or that they're falling behind. You know, there's too many characters being released, and we're just this sinking feeling that there's too many characters and it's hard to keep up, and everybody's just moving faster, and all these events have extra milestones that I can't complete, and people are quitting and getting enough people to play in your alliance. I mean, there's probably nothing worse than having like people unannounced just quit your alliance and then trying to find replacements. And to deal with all of those issues and then just to log into the game and, hey, I need to farm my magic shards and I can't find magic and I have to go, you know, I can't find her. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing worse. I mean, I feel like this is just where people like, it's probably the most infuriating feeling ever. And I understand that some things are easier to fix than others, but when is this version coming? And when do you think this version's coming?
Man, I wanted it to happen last week. I thought it would happen last week because it seemed like it was an easy bug to fix. It's been working all this time for the previous 4 years. I don't remember it ever breaking. So I thought, oh, okay, they'll get it fixed before the event is over. Well, the event is, began and it's done already. So that's gone. So hopefully this week. When are you expecting this?
I don't know, but
later?
I mean, I hopefully it comes sooner than later. But what if it didn't come until like Tuesday of next week, and then that means they've been in the game for 2 weeks already? I have no idea.
That compensation package should be getting bigger and bigger and bigger each day, and each time they delay their response to these bugs.
Yeah, and I don't know if they understand. I hope they understand how big of a deal it is. This is. This is not even the bug right here. The finder button is just not working. And then this is talking about putting him in the correct order. It doesn't work at all. And they mentioned that up here that it's just not working correctly. So very, very, very frustrating. And, what is your take on character availability? I mean, this is another problem that is just insane. Is like Cersei and Icarus were released, October of last year? I think we're negative 15 characters year to date, or 10 characters year to date.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's a lot. We can't even, like you said, this is a hero collector game, and they're not giving us the ways to collect heroes.
Yeah, Scopely, how are we going to collect these characters in this hero collector game that you've built? I saw a post on Reddit, and I didn't go and verify the accuracy of it, but it seemed like in 2020, there were maybe 30 characters released, and I'm ballparking these numbers, about 30 characters released and about 30 characters made farmable. Same thing for 2021, about 30 and, about 30 farmable. It looks like this year we're going to get about 30, but only 15 farmable, and that is with the backlog of unfarmable characters that we already had. So it's just, I don't know what has happened. I thought these Scourge events would make things more friendly for us, and it did for the unlock, but not for the farmability of these characters.
Right. I mean, I think access to Red Hulk and Rogue and Morgan Le Fay is good, but we still don't have access to Cersei and Icarus, right?
Yeah, you could get Morgan Le Fay and Rogue before you could get the rest of the Darkhold and the rest of the Unlimited X-Men, I guess, except for Scarlet Witch. And that's probably going to be the same for these newer Gamma characters as well. When are we going to get Abomination farmable? When are we going to get Cho farmable? Yeah. So that's the other thing. And you mentioned the Eternals. They've been unfarmable for so long, but one of the biggest things that upsets me is months and months ago they said they're going to make all these characters farmable. There was a list of characters, including both Cersei and Icarus, and all of those characters have been made farmable except for those two. So I don't know why they're holding them back for so long. I know they're strong characters, but if everybody has them and has access to them, they sort of lose relevancy as far as the PvP because everybody has them. That's the way to kind of nerf a character, giving access to everybody and not having them as exclusive. So that is a huge negative in my opinion, not having those two characters farmable.
Yeah, and I feel like they're punishing free to play and they're widening the gap between the heavy spenders and free to play. I mean, I have a seven red Icarus with no way of getting him to 7 reds.
Me too. I pulled that 7 red back when he was released over a year ago, and
It's like not quite a year, but
really matter.
it feels like it's close to a year, right? It's coming up on a year. Yeah. I don't know, but October.
Whenever he was released, I pulled that 7 red. I was so happy. Whatever. I can't get the gold stars for him.
You can't get the gold stars for him. Yeah. Almost feel like we're just being misled. What do you think about that?
It seems like it. And I thought this game was going in a good direction when I interviewed the new game director, Sean Dugan, and he seemed to play the game, but I don't know. I don't know if it's him. I don't know if there's some people above him that's making these decisions. It's just something needs to change. Something needs to be audited there. They need to do a full-scale audit on how they're doing things, how they're addressing these bugs, how they're interacting with the community. And one of the big things that I think the higher-ups are missing is the fun factor. Making more fun events, making this game more fun and less just like a vehicle that they could sell offers for.
I feel like that's what the game is boiled down to from their point of view. Like they just care about pushing out new offers. And I see people on Reddit post all the time that they need to take a break from releasing new characters and actually fix the game. And my back of mind goes that they'll never do that. They just will never do that.
They should, but they never will. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and so it's a tough thing. Anything you want to say before we go?
Scopely, fix your act. I want to enjoy this game a lot more than I am right now, and I have in the past, and hopefully this is just a downtime, and it will have uptime later on.
All right, be sure to head over to Valley Flying's channel. We did a much longer, much more thorough version of this video. We talk about everything that's happened in the last week. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Keep on gaming.